2016 is here, and it's time for the first show of the new year. Welcome, everybody, to Monsoon Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey Monsoon Mysick, and we're back after about 2-week hiatus since the last time we were on the show. Hope you guys had a great holiday week. I know I did. I was up in New York, and also got to see family and ring in the new year with my best friend. So, how do we kick off 2016 after the amazing 2015? Well, today, I had a chance to sit down with the number 14th ranked MMA fighter in the flyweight division in the Northeast, the number 7th in the state of Pennsylvania, Mr. Blaine Shutt, right here on Monsoon Live. We recorded this. So guys, coming up right now, exclusively on Monsoon Live, my sit down with Mr. Blaine Shutt. Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of Monsoon Live. We have another great interview with my next guest. He is one of the top MMA fighters in the state of Pennsylvania, Mr. Blaine Shutt. Blaine, welcome to Monsoon Live. Thank you for joining us. This past weekend I had a chance to catch you in your big fight on the card up in Lancaster. What got you into MMA?
I just kind of fell into it. I was working at the post office with my father, and I ended up running into my first manager there, who had a couple of fighters underneath him, and he said they needed some wrestling. He's asked me to come in and help coach, so I went in and I helped coach with some wrestling, and I was just a natural at MMA. Just went to the gym that day when we were wrestling, throwing some gloves, and just for fun, rolled with the guys live, and I was pretty dominant, and he asked me if I wanted to start training at his gym, get a fight, and I just took it from there and got me where I am now.
How do you prepare for fights? Because I know there's always a time period between one fight and another. How do you get ready for a fight?
I train 24/7 as if I have a fight scheduled or not. Prospectively from all the fighters that I've been around, that's the preferable way to train, considering you never know when you can get the call or get a call from a promotion to be a last minute fill-in for some show, and you don't want to be out of shape. So I train as if I'm always ready to fight, and that's that.
Out of all your fights, who would you say was your toughest opponent so far?
I would say myself. I'm 5-1 as a pro. I have 4 submissions. It's definitely myself, because I'm consistently pressuring myself to get better every fight, to change the way I fight every time, to make sure I get better, to not be one-dimensional, and it's more or less battling myself and my opponents, considering I want to consistently adapt and change and get better.
Always like to ask this: who do you want to? If there was anybody in the MMA world, who would you want to fight? You had a chance.
I don't have anybody specifically that I want to fight. There's nobody that I would point out and say that I should fight. It's more or less, I'll fight whoever I need to fight to prove that I'm the best, and eventually, hopefully, make it to the UFC and get that strap around my waist.
What advice do you give to guys or girls who want to go into MMA?
Wrestle, and more wrestling.
I know you were supposed to fight an undefeated opponent, and then you fought a guy who was 1-2. What happened to your opponent?
From what I was told, he ended up blowing his knee out or something like that in practice the week before the fight, so they had to find a last-minute fill-in. That's all I know about it. I don't really care. Then the last-second opponent changed. Regardless of records, when you're a professional fighter, no matter what your record is, you're a professional for a reason, so everybody's good. And in my opinion, just like everybody else that I fight, they're always an undefeated champ anyways. So regardless of records, that person's going to get the most out of respect as if he is better than me, and I got to prove that I'm better than him.
Okay, last question. What's coming up for you with your fighting career? Any upcoming fights?
Recently after this fight, I guess I could say my fighting stature is kind of like blown up and I'm kind of everywhere. Finally mentioned the top flyweights in the whole United States instead of just the state of Pennsylvania, and that I deserve hopefully a shot in the UFC sometime soon. So I'm actually hoping to get a call. So
Nice.
Keep my fingers crossed.
Well, guys, next time this guy is in the cage, you will find out about it on Monsoon Live. Of course, you can check out the blog as well for what went down in Lancaster County when me and my buddy went up to see this guy and a whole bunch of other great fights in the WCC. But for now, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep it real.
Well, as you can tell, Blaine is gearing up for a possible title match. Going to be amazing. Folks, exclusively on the Monsoon Live webpage, you can see the results from the last World Cage Fighting Championship that was held in early December. That's exclusively on our Monsoon Live page. But that's it. We're going to quick do our closing thought. As you can tell, we got our own little setup now, and we're very excited. A lot of cool stuff's coming towards you this year as we begin our march to the biggest show of March, Mania 22, our annual event celebrating the best now in boxing and, of course, the Hall of Fame. We've got a lot coming for you. We also have a couple big interviews later on, either in February or March. We'll let you know when that happens. And what I've been doing, I've been boxing. I've actually been training, and very soon you'll see some of the results from that as well. But for now, next week, another great show. For now, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at MonsoonLive83 and also at www.monsoonlive.org or on Facebook as well. But for now, we hope you guys have a great week. Keep it real.